Welcome to your pick a card reading. In today's pick a card reading, we're going to have a look at everything you need to know about your person, past, present, or future. So with that, what I mean is this could be pertaining to someone from the past, or this could be pertaining to someone from your current immediate present moment right now, or this could be completely new coming in. Take the sort of situation that fits best for you. So everything you need to know about your person, we've got 3 piles. Trust your intuition is a collective reading. Take what resonates and leave the rest. So pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. Let's get into it. Pile number 1. Everything you need to know about your person. So I don't know what cards I pulled here, so we're going to turn it over. We're going to have a look at the main card, and then I'm going to shuffle, and we're going to get lots of cards and get your messages. You guys chose wisdom. Everything you need to know about your person. Wow. First of all, you could be seeing owls. Owls could be very significant. I feel like that whenever I see an owl, I always feel like it's somewhat there is symbolic importance. Okay, now watch out. You could start to see owls and it could be a message from your guides. Birds, for me, always represent messages. So there could be a message coming from this person to you. But regardless, we have wisdom. So they're very, very wise. But the fact that we have 2 owls here, this could also represent your connection. It could be quite mature. Well, there's a lot of experience here. Because how do we get wisdom? Through experience. So this could be a connection that it has a lot of history, it has a lot of experience. Maybe you've had a long relationship with this person. Now, if you haven't even met them, or if you've only sort of been with them a couple of days, then this is about maybe you've spent quite a few past lifetimes with this person. Okay? I definitely feel like an immediate connection, immediate chemistry. There's a lot of spiritual chemistry as well. So lovely. So let's get into it. Let's get a little bit more. Spirit, everything they need to know about their person. Whoever's found this video. Oh, I just got like starlight, the sun, like things shining. So this person, I wonder if they're shining in your eyes or whether they just stand out, you know? So if you're walking down the street and you see a bunch of people, this person will be the one that stands out. Not just for you, but for a lot of people. So I feel like they get a lot of attention from many people, strangers. Yeah, they're very likable. Very likable. I don't necessarily think it's because they're friendly, you know, or know how to get along with people. I just think it's something to do with their energy, their aura, especially if they're a little bit wise. They, you know, some of those people where you just sort of, you exchange a few words with them and you're almost like mesmerized by them. Yeah. This could be the type of person that's not necessarily super hot. I mean, they could be. That'd be a bonus. But the way they use their words and the way that they speak is what makes them very, very attractive. Okay? It's definitely giving me like air signs. So it'll be interesting to see if we get air signs. Doesn't have to be, but they're just extremely intelligent. Your person is extremely good with the way they use their words, especially wisdom card. I always associate that wisdom card with their with intelligence. What else, Spirit? I want to get the tarot. Everything I need to know about their person right now, and I may sort of touch on your connection with them, and maybe how they see you. Yeah, they're gonna be a lot of fun. They're going to be a lot of fun. They're going to know how to keep you interested. They're going to ask you a lot of questions. They're going to seem interested in anything that you're passionate about. or any sort of goals or dreams of yours. They're going to be all in for it. They care about your future, this person. They really do. Now, if you're not with them, right, and there's someone from the past and you like haven't seen them for a long time, they think of you, okay? They definitely do think of you. And they wonder what you're up to, what you're doing. They could be stalking your social media. It's definitely a type of energy. They can be quite discreet, this person, and very selective with how they with what they say. You know, they'll hold back if they feel that it's not the right time to say something. So if you haven't heard from this person, you know who this is. It's just because they're probably waiting for the right moment to speak to you, or something occurred between you two and they're just not ready to speak to you. Okay. Definitely a very strong bond. Very strong bond. Okay. Yes, it's so interesting. Spirit speaks to me with number sequences. So 6, 7. I'll read this card before this card. Very strong. Look at the 2 birds. You got the 2 birds here and the 2 birds here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this bird loved this bird. This person loves to communicate. Even though, you know, if you haven't heard from them, they deeply, deeply, deeply want to speak to you, conversate with you. However, because they're extremely intelligent, they know that, yeah, it's almost like they know that if they speak, they share how they feel, it may not make a difference. I don't know. And if I go down that road, guys, I think possibly something happened between you two. That they know that it could have been on their end. They could have made a mistake. They could have done something which they cannot repair. And even if they deeply do want to repair something, time has changed. Time has changed. There could be other factors involved here. Example is like you're with someone, or you're moved on, or they want the best for you. You know what I mean? There's something here where they've thought deeply, and in that deep reflection, they've come to an understanding that maybe it's better for them not to be with you right now. Hence the silent treatment. It doesn't mean forever. They could reach out. And I say that because you're very, very important to this person. Extremely important. Extremely. Look at all the birds here. I feel like they could be communicating with you through birds. So if you see birds all the time, pay attention, especially owls or crows. But again, very spiritual connection. Now, if you haven't met this person and they're coming in, oh my goodness, will they want to know everything about you? Okay, very curious person here we have. And very focused. I kind of feel like when they listen to you, they won't be distracted. They'll be very much interested in what you have to say, and you will feel heard. You'll probably feel really, really important from this person, just the way that they interact. Okay. You know, when you leave this person's presence, you'll want to, instantly reconnect with them. Let's get the other cards. Let's have a look. Everything you need to know about your person. Oh, interesting. Oh, look at that. Love at first sight. Love at first sight. Oh my goodness. I'm not allowed to put nudity. Even though I'm not getting monetized for this, but I'll just put that there. We have meditate. We have Tara. Oh my god, there's magical moments in here. We have contract. Wow. We have joy. And we have community. Okay, there's so much here. Look at that tree of crows. Crows could definitely be significant for you. I would pay attention. That's a whole tree of crows. All right, there is so much here. So much here. Where do I start? Okay. Now, this person sees you as a blessing. I'm going to start here and I'm going to go that way. Okay. You are a blessing, or you were a blessing to them. I am getting a bit of water sign here as well. So there could be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or this could be you. Take what resonates, okay, and leave the rest. But I also do pick up air signs. We do have the love at first sight. You may be about to meet your future partner or soulmate. So this could definitely be someone that you're about to meet, or it felt like love at first sight when you met them. Okay. We do have the Knight of Cups. Romanticize the present moment every chance you get. So this person definitely knows how to bring the romance in the relationship. They could know what it is. I feel like they're really good at meeting your emotional needs. They did at one time. If you're like thinking, oh no, they neglected me, they have no idea how to maturely express their emotions. This person, I will tell you, they do hold back from expressing their emotions only because they first want to understand how they feel before they express how they feel. Okay? With the wisdom. They're definitely not that element of like fire where they'll just like lash out how they feel. They do take their time to process their feelings. So if you feel like you really want to know how this person feels and you never ever got that, it's just because they themselves need to understand better how they're feeling before they can share that with you. And I do kind of get that vibe that this person may struggle with that a bit. So they hold their emotions back. So it can feel at times that you don't know where you stand emotionally with this person, or you don't get that full vocal expression of love, even though they're very good at communicating. This person is very romantic, but not in the affectionate type of way, lovey-dovey, all over you, public displays of affection. I just don't think this person wants to do that in public. I think they prefer a private space. Okay. Now we have the meditate, we have the friends and colleagues. So first of all, I'm going to say that this person may like to meditate. They do like their own space and their own time. They could be quite solitary right now, even though we have the friends and colleagues. I'll get to that in a second. Regardless that they like their own space, they are definitely very likable and liked by their peers or their colleagues or their friends. They do have a group of friends, close ones. However, they don't open up about their love life to them all the time. Okay, I do sense privacy from this energy. But like I said before, they know what to share. They're very well conversed with how to make people like them without having to have their privacy jeopardized. It's almost like they live two lives. I think we all do in some respects, but some people just fully overshare about every area of their life. This person knows when it's appropriate to talk about their personal life and when not to. But we have friends and colleagues, so I'm going to say, if you haven't met this person, there could be something about meeting them at a party, a social gathering, it could be a workspace as well, possibly. Especially because we have the community card. They may be actually in your local community. You may meet up with them. And it's good. It's going to bring you a lot of joy. This person will definitely be approachable. Now, the meditation. We look at these two cards, right? We have the beads. She's holding the beads, and there's beads here. That's a magical moment. There's something here about them. They know how to remain hopeful in a tough situation. They could also have this sense of, no matter what they go through or no matter what you go through, there is this element of everything will work out, we'll make it work. There's definitely this sense of longevity and commitment and wanting to create a future that has purpose. Now, if you're not with this person and you're like, they're not with me, so how can they create a nice future with me? Well, like I said before, this person does not like to act when they don't know how they're feeling, or when they haven't processed their feelings, okay? And when it's not the right time. They could have been someone that you were married to, I'm going to say that with the contract card, or fully committed to, serious with. With the community card and the trees here, there's roots, okay? So it does give me this sense of wanting to build something serious with you. But there's so many other crows in that tree. It's definitely not like a private space. So I'm wondering whether you haven't met them, that you will be around people when you meet them. You'll be doing something that makes you happy. You will be enjoying yourself when you meet this person, okay? You won't be alone. You won't be sad, depressed. You will be in a high vibration, uplifting state, and this person comes in. That's if you have not met them. Now, if you have met them, I do get this vibe that you know exactly where they live. You know where they are. You may know what they're doing. But there may not be any contact at the moment. Okay? I also get this vibe here with the Knight of Cups, is that they do think very, very, very highly and fondly of you, regardless whether you are not talking to them, whether you are with them, or whether you haven't met them. They think very highly of you. They may live near the beach. I do get a sense of like, that's the beach. They may like the beach. Okay. Let's get some more. Spirit, let's get a little bit about maybe what they're going to do with you. Okay. What they're going to do with you. Let's see. Archangel Gabriel. Interesting. I did say they're going to take their time. Like, that's what I heard. They're going to take their time. We have the Art of Allowing. I think it's going to be worth it, though. If you're thinking, you know, oh, God, do I have to wait? Ugh. That's even if you want to sort of see them if they haven't been available to you. We have Courage. Wow. I always think of Leo when I see that card. It doesn't have to be, but we also have Shadow Work. Wow. Let's get a tarot card. I have the Fool. Nice. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords. I see the truth in this ending. Let's see what I split it to. The Tower. Okay. Ten of Swords in the Tower and then the Fool? Like, whoa. Okay. For a lot of you who clicked on this video, it's in the past. I just get that vibe. But for a few of you, it could be, this person could be coming in. So, if this person is in the past, you have a long history with them, okay? This person, they may decide to reconnect with you, but it's only when they have done some work on themselves. I think they already have, but there is more that needs to be done. When I see the Lotus and I see the shadow work, it's like, that's deep, intense stuff that they're battling with, that they need to transcend, understand. I do get like a battle with themselves. But I love it with the Tower and the Hope and the Star and the renewed purpose, because it makes me feel like they will get through it. They will come out the other side, especially with the Lotus. Like the Lotus grows into this beautiful flower through this murky, muddy environment. So right now, they could be struggling a bit right now. Maybe that's why there's this encouragement of meditation, connecting with oneself, finding the answers for themselves as well before they come towards you, if that is the case. Now, if you haven't met them, then this person will be coming towards you with the full I am guided and protected on my life journey. After a time of deep spiritual transformation, okay, this person will be very spiritual, extremely spiritual. They will also possibly want a serious relationship. Now, if you're with them, you could be working through some stuff with them. Now, I don't necessarily think about it being anything serious to do with you guys in terms of challenges. I think it's more about this person. This person could be going through a lot themselves, and you're helping them by just being there with them, allowing them to go on their own journey. This is like a deep seeker vibe, like spiritual nomad. Okay, let's get some love cards. All right. Let's see what they want to say to you. If you're currently with this person, it's a really nice connection. All right. We have chemistry, yeah. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Of course there is. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So that just means it's like different to what you usually have dated before in your past. We also have soulmate. Holy shit. There we go. Soulmate. And you deserve love. You are lovable. Well, that's really nice. They think you deserve love. Let's see. Spirit, what do they want to say? What do they want to say? I love to share. Okay. We have, I am free to be myself. So interesting. She's meditating. This person is very much really protective and aware of their energy. I think we're quite a sensitive and empath. We have, I am ready for today. And my voice matters. Yeah. Remember how I said they love to speak or conversate? Or use their mind in some way. I am ready for today. Maybe there's, you know, those people that like, they try to have a positive mindset at the beginning of the day because it sets them up for the rest of the day. It paints the foundation of how their day will go. I wouldn't be surprised if they meditate in the morning or listen to audiobooks, YouTube, that kind of stuff. Or even music as well. Interesting. So pile number 1, that was your reading. I hope something resonated. All right, let's get into pile number 3. Not pile number 3, pile number 2. Pile number 2. All right, everything you need to know about your person. Let's have a look at the card that you chose. Energy, wow. So this could be past, present, future, all right? Person that you're with, or a person that, you know, you were with in the past, or a new person. Energy, energy, energy. Okay, so you're definitely energetically connected at this stage right now. Probably very much in each other's energy, very enmeshed. This kind of does give me this energy of inseparable. You know, when you're thinking about them, they're thinking about you. They could also be very much, yeah, just loves your energy. We'll have to get more about it. Interesting how I'm like shuffling for this pile, well, for this reading. Yeah, I think this person is, I'm channeling a lot more for this pile than the last pile, but they've turned their life around in some way. So they could have gone through something really challenging, and then like transform their life in a big dramatic way. Or they could be going through this right now as we speak. Interesting. I'm getting a card. It's from this deck. I think they're quite financially secure. If not, they want to make a lot of money. Now, they want to make a lot of money just because it will help them be able to give back in some way. There's something here about they are the type of person that feels like they have a big purpose or mission in their life. And money isn't to buy fancy things or to have a good time with. Money for them is like investment. That's what I'm sensing. It's like they want to make a lot of money so that they can set themselves up and set their partner up as well. Very generous energy, this person. Money is to help look after their loved ones, even their family. Everything they need to know about their person, Spirit. I'm just channeling as I shuffle, guys, and get your cards. Okay. They're a little bit confused with how you're feeling. Now, this is if you know them, right? They may have trouble understanding what you want from them. This person, even though like they're energetically tied to you, they have trouble understanding you or something. Like I get this vibe where they want to please you. They want to make sure that you're happy, fulfilled, enriched by the connection. However, there's something within themselves that makes them feel as if they don't do a good job. Maybe it's because you don't give them much reassurance. Maybe that's it. I'm not saying that you're not loving towards this person, but there's something here where this person feels that they need a little bit more feedback or something. And they're always left wondering. Why is this person not acting how I want them to? Not saying that you're not acting how you should be acting, but they seem to have some expectations. I just get this vision of like someone being very thoughtful towards you, and then you're just I'm not saying that you're not appreciative of it, but you're just like busy, or your mind's somewhere else, or you're not too fazed by it. Like it's such a big deal for this person, but it's not that much of a deal for you. You have more of a carefree energy than this person. This person is very serious with their intentions and like their actions, and their actions and their intentions always have a purpose behind them, whereas you're kind of more airy fairy flowy, but you're always a little bit distracted. You guys, yeah, not that that's bad, but you're not exactly always in the present moment. This person is. Okay, let's have a look. We have, oh, natural form, enchanted potion, red roses. Ooh, psychic protection. Oh, I like this. Look how like fucking psychic this connection is. We have the bee. Oops. We have the Empress. We have activation. I'll read them all together. I just want to turn them all over. Magical times. Wow, this is spiritual. Okay. Discovery. Well, no. That feels familiar. We have inner child. Synchronicity. Oh my goodness. And then we have the moon. Okay. Part number 1 was very spiritual, but this is fucking spiritual, but like in the sense of energy. Energy. For a lot of you, this may not be a connection that is official. Now, when I say official, I mean you may not have a label on it. You may not know where you are with this person. It could be a fling. It could be maybe you met them a couple times. Maybe you fell hard for them, but then something pulled you away from that person. What are some other examples of this connection? It's just not a married couple or a serious relationship yet. It could develop into that, but right now, where they're at right now is just both of your energies are connected, and the energy feels more intense because you're not physically with them. This is this type of energy where I think a lot of you either don't get to spend much time with this person, or you're bringing this person towards you through your energy. You're probably going to energetically feel each other and then come towards each other. So an example of that would be, you could be thinking and reminiscing of your ideal love partner, especially if this is someone that hasn't come in yet, and you're sensing their energy, or you're getting intuitive hits on, love is close, or this is what I desire. It's almost like you are in love with the idea of love for some of you. And by doing that, you will bring in your imaginative ideal that you have sort of created for yourself. Very creative energy, very imaginative energy here. I also sense here, if you do know them, this is like an energy of desire for sure. You do desire this person. Now, and it's not one-sided at all. This is both. Like, both of you energetically desire each other very, very strongly. Especially with the moon, synchronicity, psychic protection, energy, enchanted potion, magical times. Like, this is the card of spirit. So whenever I get an introduction card in any of my oracles, it's the card of spirit. And it says magical times. So this is a lot of magic in this connection. Now, when I talk about magic, I talk about synchronicity. So you could be seeing a shitload of signs. You could be seeing, a perfect example of this kind of connection is that you dream about them, then you wake up, and then you look at the clock, and then it's 11:11, or it's 111, or, it's an angel number. Even deeper, I'll go deeper. This is like how intertwined your energies are, is that you're actually dreaming about the person, and then there's something significant in that dream. Example would be that you're okay, I've had this dream before. I don't know if other people have had this dream. So you're dreaming of what happens when you wake up out of the dream, right? So you're dreaming what happens when you wake up out of the dream, and then you wake up out of the dream, and then you're living that dream because you dreamt of that. So there's something like that. There's something like fucking, yeah, it's trippy, but it's when like everything aligns and your energy is just sort of creating these parallel sort of just experiences. You also may meet this person in a very synchronistic way, in a very magical way. So, oh god, I could give you so many examples. You know, you both get on the same train and bump into each other on your way to work, but you did not expect that to happen. But because you're both thinking about each other, you end up gravitating towards each other, and then bang, yeah. I don't necessarily know why you're not speaking, if that is the case. Like, I'll get to if you're with them and you are speaking to them, that's a whole different sort of reading. I could do a whole reading on this pile's energy. It's really fascinating, and it's just so much to work with here. But let's just go back. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit sidetracked with the energy here. If you're not talking to this person right now, the universe will bring you together 100%. Like, if you've clicked on this video and you've clicked pile 2 and you're wondering, will I see my person again? Will they reach out? Or or even if they're thinking of you, or maybe you're clicking on this pile and you're wondering, I'm seeing all the signs, what does it all mean? Well, it means that this person is into you. It means that this person is matching your energy. And it's really, really beautiful, because it's like we have the inner child here next to the synchronicity and the magical times. You cannot connect to, let's just say, manifesting energies, because it kind of gives me that kind of vibe. You can manifest whatever you want, basically manifest your person or reconnect with this person without being in a state of peace with your inner child. Your inner child needs to feel loved. Your inner child needs to feel peace. Your inner child needs to feel as if anything is possible. And I sense that you're in that place right now, especially with the playfulness, magical times. Like, you could just be so, it gives me this energy of a child that is so excited for something. Like, really, like, the anticipation is just through the roof. So some of you guys could be anticipating, you're really excited about the connection that you have. You could just be really reminiscing in the feelings that you have towards this person. And I wouldn't be surprised if this person is doing the same. There's definitely a level of a very strong magnetic attraction. This connection is definitely protected here. You have an angel or a guide working with you. We do have the Empress here. I create what I choose naturally with joy. So you have playfulness, you have joy, inner child. So when you're in a state of being in your inner child, you can create whatever you want, and it's natural. So let's get to if you're with this person now. Holy shit. This is definitely one of those connections where everyone is like, oh my goodness, I want a connection like that. It's just when two people are so into each other. And magical shit happens because they're so aligned. it's like they keep bumping into each other, or they are thinking of the person, and then you're thinking of them, and then they text you. Like, you don't even have to speak. Your energy's so aligned that just thinking of them will bring you to the person, and vice versa. You just flow naturally, you know. You definitely have common interests with this person. You enjoy their time. You may spend a lot of time with this person if you're with them now. You instantly become more lucky with the B, or this person becomes more lucky. Your life just seems to flow effortlessly. Like, yeah, this person is a blessing, and you're a blessing to this person as well. So of course your life's gonna improve dramatically. This is definitely the relationship that you'd want in your life. Well, you know, right now I'm tapping into the energy, so that's what it is right now. You're feeling very lucky. You're feeling like this is a victory. I've won. You're probably thinking, this is my person. This is the person I want to be with. This is the person I love. And even if you're not sort of directly saying I love you to each other, I think you don't even need to say that. I mean, your actions speak louder than words. The moon. Taking time for deep self-reflection is essential. So you could be journaling, reflecting on this connection. The moon always reminds you of Cancer energy. So there's a lot of emotions attached to this connection. And it may be helpful. Maybe you do like to journal. Maybe you do like to write. Maybe you do like to sort of understand what's going on here. You know, I kind of feel like with the moon tied with the synchronicity, maybe you're writing down like all the signs, trying to understand what's going on between you two, where the relationship may go, but just understanding all the alignments and the magic that comes through this. Let's get a little bit more, Spirit, a little bit more about this connection. Everything about that person. We have the Temperance, yeah. It's so interesting because Temperance for me is always about alignment. Seriously, it's always about alignment. Balance. Can you see the two jugs there? It's you know what I love about this connection is that you're so aligned that it's you could end up getting lost in each other. Even though people say that healthy relationships, you don't lose yourself. Well, you know, I think this is something that you choose to lose yourself. Because it's like, feels good, right? Why would you be with someone and feel this strongly with your energy if it was one-sided? I don't think that would be the case. This is definitely this person feels just as much as you feel with them, and there's the codependency coming through. Bottom of the deck is reconciliation, so there's definitely going to be the reconciliation in this reading is more about like you're going to reconnect with each other, you're going to see them again. Codependency, sometimes this can be negative, but I'm sensing it here as just like you guys are so, oh my god, sorry guys, so connected with each other. You're very codependent. Your energy is. I am brave. I am amazing. Wow. This connection is pretty amazing. The I am brave, I think this person would try new things with you, face their fears with you. Spirit, are you serious? Holy shit, look at this. Intuition, connection, signs, inspiration. Like, you're seeing signs. Seriously, I should get that sign deck. Where is it? Here. Because you're seeing signs, guys. Look at this. That's what I'm saying. Intuition, connection, inspiration. God. I wanted to get the sign deck for you. I think that's really important. And I don't know where it is. It's somewhere else. I've lost it. Ooh. Let me see. I have so many decks here, guys. Here it is. Okay. So you could be seeing these signs. Look, spirit relationships, intuition, connection, signs. Doves. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Forgiveness. You know what I also feel with this energy? And yeah, some of you are gonna fucking cry. I want to cry. I don't know, but there's something here for some of you where it's hard to connect again. In some sense, like maybe they don't have their number, maybe their phone, like they don't have your number anymore. They change numbers, you change numbers. There's like no way that this person can connect with you. They don't have any means to connect with you, or you don't have any means to connect with them. It's one of those relationships. We have the sleeping man. This just makes me feel like the unconscious with the moon. This also represents intuition, but if we're talking about it as sign, yeah, sleeping man, but I think it's more about in your dreams. oh my god, there's so many. All right, I'm going to pick the ones that fell on the floor because I think that's a sign. So okay, so here's some more signs. All right, that you're gonna start seeing, or that you have been seeing. We have butterflies, spiders, spider webs, foxes, and fish. Interesting. Good luck. And then we have luck here with the bee. So bees could be a sign as well. Wow. So this is just a sign that they're thinking of you and that they care about you, even if you can't see them. Now, if you do connect with them, you're probably seeing these signs every day. Just because how aligned you are. And yeah, this is such a nice connection. Spirit, should we just like ask them a little bit about maybe what will happen in the future with this person, and then we'll just see what comes through, okay? It is a bit tricky because some of you, they can't find their way to you, or you can't find their way to them. We have worthiness. I just heard you're worthy of them. We have the silver waterfall. Rainbows could be significant. It's almost like, oh, I got chills. I kind of felt like this person's like saying, you are worthy. We have compatible. Oh my god. I'll explain the silver waterfall in a second. And it makes so much sense. Some of you haven't seen this person for a very, very long time. Compatibility. You're so compatible with this person. But I read that card in a very interesting way, because it's almost like you're meeting each other. But they're in the sky, they're in the clouds. So it's almost like maybe you meet each other through your dreams, or you meet each other through seeing the signs, or you meet each other as if it looks like an accident. So an example would be, you know, this is so funny. The vision that Spirit gave me, and I think it's because of the birds in the sky, it's like you both end up getting on the same airplane sitting next to each other. I know. I mean, what are the odds of that? Pretty freaking small, but that's this kind of meeting that's gonna happen if you do meet with this person. We have resolving conflict. Bottom of the deck is soulmate, so this could be a very soulful connection. Resolving conflict, so there could be something where there needs to something to be resolved here. Especially if you're not sort of with them, or something happened. Maybe there is this desire to resolve conflict. Now, the silver waterfall, for me, always represents a release of emotion. So it kind of makes me feel like this person or you, would like to release some emotions that have been sort of bubbling below the surface, especially with the moon card over here and the unconscious. This reminds me of a card in one of my decks where it's like a deep love that lasts a lifetime. And when I wrote that card, my intention was that this is a sort of love that this is a sort of connection that you will always love, no matter, you know, how many lifetimes you've had with this person or what lifetime you're in. So pile number 2, that was your reading. I hope something resonated. Powerful energy. All right, let's get into pile number 3. All right. Oh, everything you need to know about your person, whether they're, you know, someone from your past and you're not speaking to them, or this is someone in your present and you're with them, or this is completely new and you haven't met them yet, but they're coming in. So everything you need to know about your person. I really like this energy. I think this is my favorite one. I'm kind of drawn to this myself, so it'll be really interesting to see what comes out. So let's get into it. All right, let's pull this over. Good cheer. Lovely. So this is nice. The energy of this pile compared to the other 2 is a little bit more lighter, but not necessarily less important. Okay. There's just something here about expecting the best and having a good time. Having a really good time. Is that like nudity? I don't know. We'll just put that there. If we're talking about your person, I reckon your person would probably like to make you laugh. They could be quite funny. They could be a little bit goofy. They could be a little bit, like, I don't want to say childlike because that doesn't sound very mature, but they're just really in touch with showing you all sides of them. So I kind of feel like this person doesn't have a mask or a facade. You sort of, what you see is what you get. And I think in some way it kind of makes you feel more relaxed. Okay. Very easy to get along with. I think you do get along with each other very well. This is definitely the pile where there's banter, you know. A little bit of playful sort of making fun of each other. So let's get into it. 25 could be a significant age. I always like to I didn't say that with the others, but I did for this one, for you guys. So, Spirit, everything that you need to know about their person. Okay. I just had time apart for some of you, so some of you aren't with them right now. But there's also a maturity in the sense of you understand this person. You understand this person, you know how they work, you know what to expect. You're not left in the dark or trying to figure something out. You know, I think they're just very much, like I said before, what you see is what you get. So they're easy and predictable, and you know what you're gonna get. You know how they're gonna act. Which kind of can be comforting for some people, right? And you probably think, well, that can come across as a little bit not as mysterious, but this person knows how to treat you. Okay, everything they need to know about their person. Oh, I just got a person with flowers. They may like to buy you flowers. They may like to buy you gifts. You know what I like about this is, God, they may be very in touch with their feminine energy. Like, they have a good balance of feminine and masculine, right? They're not like completely in their feminine or completely in their masculine. I think they alternate really well between the two. So an example of that would be is that they like to maybe have baths with your bath salts. Maybe they let you do little sort of like beauty manicures on them, or you know what I mean? I think they're up for any sort of experience. Yeah. This person will give anything a try, and they would if it makes you happy. You know, another example would be maybe they like, they're not afraid of what people think or how people will judge them. Okay, so they could be a little bit quirky. They could like to wear pink socks and like a really out there top that other people may be like, I don't know if I'd wear that out. They can be quite confident and bold in expressing their uniqueness, all right? So they're not afraid to be themselves. And I guess that makes sense with they don't have any sort of like masks or walls that they put up. They're very comfortable with themselves. This person is very comfortable with themselves. Okay, let's have a look. Everything you need to know about your person right now. We have take action. We have emotion. We have water. So that could be water signs. Could be significant. We have joy. Love. Wow. We have letting go. Oh, interesting. We have relaxation. Sloth. We have safe home. Oh, I love the sloth and the safe home. We have authenticity, truth, and honesty. Yeah, very authentic they are. They definitely will tell you the truth. So they won't tell you what you need to hear. They'll tell you the truth. So if you look ugly, they'll tell you. But they won't tell you in a way that is offensive. They'll be like, oh, you know, I think this dress looks better on you. Or, but I also feel like for some of you, they will be quite blunt and direct with you, and you don't mind that. This person is very comfortable with you, and you're very comfortable with them. Okay, so we have some cards here. Let's see. Where do I want to start? Okay, so I am gonna say here that with the emotion and the letting go and the angel of love. So there's an angel in this spread. So when you get the angel of love in a love reading, holy shit, that's like pretty special. But also there's like a specific purpose of your connection. And I think every connection has a purpose, but there's something here where it's like this person was divinely guided to you for a specific reason, like a higher fucking like spiritual reason. And it's big, it's huge, because you have the angel of love here. It's not that you just connected with this person to resolve some, you know, some trauma or some past life healing. Like, this goes deeper. I just sense that. It's like this person came into your life in order for you to meet your great purpose here. So we have the letting go and the emotion. We have a number sequence there. You know that water is such a emotional sign, but tied with the letting go, I get this sense of detachment. And you know what I really like about this is that with the emotion of the letting go, this person knows how they react emotionally. So think of the King of Cups. This isn't someone inexperienced, takes things personally, gets offensive. They're very emotionally intelligent, and I think it's something that they've worked on. Okay, so with the letting go, if you just say, this is examples that are coming to me, if you made fun of them, or if you insulted them, or if you wanted to have a hard discussion like a serious discussion about your feelings. They're very adaptable in the sense of going about that really well. Whether that's with being emotionally intelligent enough to sit, listen, and to try to understand what it is that is going on for you, if it was in terms of the hard conversation, rather than closing up, not listening, relating it back to themselves, taking it personally. No. They know how to sit and sort of detach from how they're feeling and to listen to you and to have hard discussions without them getting offended or taking it personally. Like, they're really, really good at that. The second thing is, they're also really good at being able to... Oh, it's so hard to explain this. It's like fucking... It's so hard to achieve this. So if you're thinking, oh, my person's so fucking emotionally immature, it's not them, they don't express their feelings, or they don't sit and listen to mine, then this could be what they're learning and they're working on right now, especially if you're not with them. You know, everyone has to start off at a place where they do not know how to regulate themselves emotionally or understand others' emotions well. We all have to start there, and then we sort of like can ascend and learn and grow and all that kind of stuff. So I do feel like for some of you, your person could be learning how to better manage their emotions and how to better manage the emotions of others, but also just be very intelligent in the sense of like, they know when to be lighthearted and make fun of you without hurting your feelings. And then they know when to have a serious conversation with you. And then they know when to, like, they just can read you really well. They can read you well. That's what I'm trying to say. And they're adaptable. And they kind of, they can see where you're coming from, and they can see, you know, what you emotionally need at any given moment. And that requires a lot of fucking maturity when it comes to someone's emotions. And it requires a person to not be so absorbed in themselves and not be so reactive with everything. So yeah, this person can stand out of a situation and also be able to work with you at the same time when it comes to the connection of the relationship. Yeah, very rare, okay? It takes a lot of work on oneself to do that. So they're possibly doing that right now, or they have done that, and this could be the person that you're meeting. But yeah, they're not emotionally intelligent and serious at the same time. They know how to laugh at themselves, okay? They're not so heavy with wanting to have deep talks about you and helping you and the relationship all the time. They know how to be in the moment and have fun. But there's also a time where, you know, you have to work through challenges and work with your person and your partner and meet halfway. Now, we have relaxation and we have safe home. So this person could be a homebody. They could like to be at home. They could like to just chill around the house. I do feel like this person likes to spend time with you at home. They feel safe with you. Yeah. You could build a really nice home environment with this person. I like the sloth in this reading. Maybe it's like their best times with you is when they don't do that much, you know? It's just you and them maybe having breakfast together or watching a movie or chatting about your day. Like, the simple things is what really fills both of you with joy, you know. We have take action with the good cheer. So I think this person may have pursued you. I will say that with the take action. They're not afraid to take action when required. So they're not a passive person. They won't let you make all the decisions. They know when they need to make the decision. They know when they need to step up. They've got a great balance of their feminine and masculine energy, and that is really hard to do. Trust me, it's really, really hard to do. I do believe more so for males. It can be a lot easier for females. Let's get a few more cards. Spirit, everything they need to know about this person. And you know, the angel of love coming here is just helping this connection grow and blossom into its full potential. Okay. Now, if you're with them right now, and you know exactly who I'm talking about, your main goal here is to embrace learning from each other. Okay. There is, like, I'm getting Libra energy coming through in the sense of like fairness, justice. This is not a connection that is one-sided. Now, maybe you had a connection like this in the past. This is a connection where you get your needs met and this person gets their needs met. And it's also giving me this vibe of like freedom. You have a lot of freedom in this connection, and you don't have to watch over your shoulder, and you don't have to worry about what someone's going to think or what this person's going to think, if they're going to judge you, if they're going to allow you to dress in a certain way, or to, you know, like, they're not going to be worried about trusting you. This person trusts you, and you've come to a point where you trust them as well. So it gives you just way more room in your life in general, and way less drama. This is not a pile of drama. I'm sorry, this is not a pile of like heavy shadow triggering events in one's love life. You know, when we sort of see our wounds or our unhealed parts in someone, and we act in a way that is not to our benefit in the moment, but like also to our benefit in the future, because we're growing spiritually, and we did need that person to bring to our awareness of, you know, who we are, who we truly are, and possibly who we're truly meant to be with. So this connection could be a connection that happens after you go through a lot of duds. All right. And maybe you resonate with that. I'm getting a little bit more because I want to see how this person sees you. Okay, I'm getting that vibe. How does this person see pile 3? I just had remarkable. Now is a lucky time. We've got rabbits. Wow, I always associate that card with fertility, so they could possibly want to have children with you, especially because we have children in this card. Camille is working with you as well. Happiness, vibrancy, energy, and hope. Like, there's a lot of energy here. So, and this is positive energy, okay? You feel energized when you're around this person. Energized. Like you could take on the world. Like you could be superhero. As if you are really living life. Really living life. You know, you're not stuck thinking about how to live life. You're actually living life. And you're in your highest version. Okay, let's get one card. This one here. Sexual awakening. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, so they're very much sexually attracted to you. We also have fantasy as well. So they could be fantasizing about you in the bedroom. Yeah, very, very sexually attracted to you. We also have Archangel Michael. You have a lot of angels coming through. Angel of Love, Camille, Archangel Michael. So you have a whole team of angels for this connection. Like I said, because it's... there's a, specific reason. I have development. Yeah, things are developing. This connection will definitely help develop you as a person, like develop your soul. Yeah, dramatically. And you may do this with this person as well. We have the power of prayer. So they could be somewhat religious. They don't have to be. They could just be really into affirmations, surrendering to a higher power. I feel like it's not more so a higher power, but it's more of a something to do with their beliefs. That makes sense. I think they're very what they do really well at is releasing anything that is not helpful for them. Like, they don't hold on to grudges. They don't hold on to things and fester and just sort of live in the past. It's like they don't have the energy and space for that. They've sort of evolved to trusting and to affirming and surrendering with what will be. And allowing the connection to unfold naturally. Now, if you have not seen this person for a while, they may have played an integral part into your growth, your spiritual growth, your growth as a person. Like, you may have changed your life after you met this person, especially with the development card here. 19 could be significant. 39. Why am I saying the numbers in this reading? I just feel like they're significant. 31 could be significant. Rabbits also remind me of, like, yeah, this person could be really like to be physical with you, or you were too. Also, you were this person's answered prayer as well. And I also kind of feel like if you're not with them, they still pray for you. They still sort of care for you. They want the best for you. And like, if you met up with this person, it wouldn't be any different. It'd be the same. I think it would be it would be nice to connect with this person again. I'm not sure if they will. They may. Alright, let's get a few tarot cards. What will this person do? I'll see. We'll see if they connect or they want to, or, you know, this is only if you are not together. Now, if you're already with them, or if this person's coming into the future, we'll just see a little bit about their intentions or their actions, okay? Through the tarot. Alright, let's see. Knight of Wands. Wow. You climb through your window? No. Oh, you have the Six of Cups. Wow. Oh, you have the Page of Swords. Oh, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Oh, you have the Seven of Wands. Wow. And bottom of the deck is the toxic witches. Be cautious of those who take more than they give. Okay. If this person were to come back, okay, they would seriously, like, stick up for you. Especially with the Seven of Wands and the toxic witches. There's something about... how do I explain it? So they... yeah, this energy, they will always love you. They will always love you. But they also want the best for you. So they will... yeah, they will help you. They would help you out with anything that you need. Now, if you're inquiring about this person, that they're like lazy as fuck and they're not very much useful in situations that you may need assistance, then I think you'd be surprised. It does say sorry, but fairies aren't going to come do all the work for you. I kind of believe like this person would. I think if you ask this person to do something or help you out, they would. It's like, it kind of gives me that vibe of the Knight of Wands. It's like, you ask them to come over at 1 a.m. in the morning, they will. They'll come over and they'll climb through the window. They will break the rules. Especially if you needed them. The Page of Swords, they are curious about you. They may want to ask you a few questions if you haven't connected with them. Yeah, I do feel like they're very useful. They're very useful. I don't know if I fully get a sense of like, if this person was to come back, that they would be with you and it'd be happily ever after. I'm just gonna say that I think it's more about they have moved on, but they will always have time and space for you to help you out, whatever you need. But I think I know what it is. There could be other people involved, or there could be other circumstances that affects you guys being completely committed to each other. This is if we're talking about the past, okay? In the future, this person will do anything to make sure that you're okay, that you're safe. They could, like with the Eight of Pentacles, she's building things there. So this person could be very good at building. You know, they could like to renovate houses, fix things up, all that kind of stuff. Make you a table if you needed it or something. They could be very hands-on, very good with their hands, very resourceful, useful, that kind of stuff. Okay, I am going to pull a few cards of what they may want to say to you, right? Everything you need to know about what they'll say to you. You're on the right path. Someone has a crush on you. We have Venus energy, which is all about love, romance. We have your spirit guides are working with you. Yeah, we see them here. A new experience is coming for you. And we have painful emotions plus psychic abilities, and I'm gonna do one more, hurting. Bottom of the deck is conflict resolution. So there could be some painful emotions, some stuff here where they could be hurting or you could be hurting. You could pick up that this person could be hurting or have some painful stuff going on, or they could sense it with you. You do have a new experience coming, which is interesting. So keep an eye out for that. We have someone as a crush on you, and you know, if we're talking about your person and you're with them, it's definitely them. Okay. They have a big crush on you. I think regardless if it's past, present, or future, they do crush on you. They do care about you. And I think with the hurting and the painful emotions is that they would never want to see you hurt. They would never want to have to inflict anything painful towards you. They would want to make sure that you're okay, work it out, all that kind of stuff. They're definitely the type of person that would pick up whether you're feeling a bit down or whether you're not so okay. And then they want to help fix that. So part number 3, that was your reading. I hope something resonated.